We are gathered here in New York City at NBC in Studio 6A, where in just a moment, Conan O'Brien, the host of Late Night with Conan O'Brien, will enter the studio and deliver his final State of the Show address as host of Late Night to various members of his staff, the studio audience, and a national television audience watching at home. There, of course, is band leader Max Weinberg and the show's announcer Joel Goddard, both of whom have been with the show since the very beginning. And now here comes Jeff Ross, the show's executive producer. A little-known fact, Jeff TiVos the last 3 minutes of each and every show just to see his name in the credits. And we're being told that the show's head writer is about to enter the studio. The head writer is responsible for all the monologue jokes and comedy sketches seen on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and for that reason he is asked to remain anonymous. There he is. And we have just been told Conan O'Brien is about to be introduced. There now is John Cullen, the Late Night Sergeant-at-Arms. Let's listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the host of the show.
And there he is, Conan Christopher O'Brien, acknowledging his fans. He wants them to know how much they mean to him. He's always very gracious, very accessible. He's shaking hands with his many loyal fans, soaking in the moment. He really appreciates its fans. You can see it on his face. Well, it seems an eager fan is asking Mr. O'Brien for an autograph. Conan is stopping. And now he's pointing and laughing at the man's thick, bushy eyebrows. Conan is really enjoying himself at this man's expense. He's really getting into it. Boy, he's really... Up now he's taking the pen. He's going to give the man an autograph. No, Conan is actually using the man's own pen to draw unibrow. That's unfortunate. That is too bad. Oh, Conan is greeting his wife. And now he's greeting the actress who plays his wife on television. I've just been told that the women have switched places and Conan has just kissed his real wife. And he did not enjoy that at all. That was a dirty trick. Very dirty trick. Enjoying a fan with some drumsticks. And Conan has made his way to the studio floor, where he is now going to greet the Max Weinberg 7. There is trombone player Richie La Bamba Rosenberg, who's chosen to wear the Aretha Franklin inauguration hat. Very nice choice. And now some of Conan's most loyal characters wait their opportunity to greet the host. There's Shoeverine, the rejected X-Man character with shoes for hands. Of course, there's S&M Lincoln, an S&M version of Abraham Lincoln. And there we have Cy Berg, the Jewish cyborg. And Conan blows right past them. He simply wants nothing to do with any of them. And now Conan has made his way to the podium. Let's hear what he has to say.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Let me begin by saying that because I'm giving the final State of the Show address this evening, I won't be doing my usual monologue. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I deliver my 16th and final State of the Show address. We stand at the dawn of a new era. As we begin to say farewell to our late night show, we must also prepare for our next challenge, moving out to Los Angeles to host The Tonight Show. Now, it's customary to have a hero present for such an important address. We invited the hero of the Hudson, Captain Sully Sullenberger, but he turned us down. So here's the next best thing from U.S. Airways Flight 1549, the sole surviving goose. We salute you. Before I go any further, I'd also like to acknowledge Mr. Rick Ludwin, the NBC executive, who 16 years ago convinced the network to take a chance on a brash young unknown. Thank you, Rick. I wouldn't be here without you. As I look back on 16 years of late night, I'm proud of many of our achievements. For example, I'm proud that our show has launched the careers of some of America's most beloved TV stars, stars like Jack McBrayer and Amy Poehler. But in the interest of full disclosure, late night has also ruined a career or two, like this guy's.
Nowadays in the armed forces, it's don't ask, don't tell. Back when I was in the Navy, it was I'm scared, let's spoon.
Ruin.
We're very sorry. And most remarkably, late night has even helped one fellow lose his virginity. Hi. Yes, late night is much to be proud of. And we've achieved all of this without ever resorting to cheap tactics that deliberately pander to our audience. The sexiest, most intelligent audience in all of television. As the curtains close on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, we begin to think about the preservation of our legacy. That is why I am happy to report that NBC and the City of New York have committed $5 billion to the glorious new Late Night with Conan O'Brien Museum pictured there. Yes. So what's that? Really? Okay, I'm learning now that the project is dead. Instead, pamphlets about our show's history will be distributed at participating Cinnabon restaurants in the borough of Queens. Cinnabon, all this week, new pecan bites for only $2.49. Check it out. Thank you. Just a few weeks ago, our newly inaugurated president, Barack Obama, issued an important directive to the American people.
We remain a young nation, but in the words of Scripture, the time has come to set aside childish things.
These words shook me to the core, ladies and gentlemen. For 16 years, this show has done nothing but childish things. But alas, it is my patriotic duty to support our president. So now I must say goodbye to some of late night's most childish things. Goodbye, cat that's too big for the maze he's in listening to AM sports radio.
I want to talk about Brett Favre, okay? Everyone's talking about Brett Favre.
Sure.
This is a guy who counts $13 million against the salary cap. Now,
Right.
the Jets would be insane to bring a guy back.
I don't know about insane.
Goodbye, skinny black guy with big fat hunky legs. And bon voyage to the always popular Gator with gaydar. I said, let late night have no more childish things. As we move forward to The Tonight Show, we will strive for excellence in all areas. That's why we are allocating $30 million for acting lessons so that La Bamba can stop being such a terrible, terrible actor.
I'm a terrible actor? I'm a terrible actor? No!
As we near the end of our long run, we've been blessed with a miracle. Despite all the expert predictions, Abe Vigoda has outlived late night. Congratulations, Abe. Please. Don't get too excited, Abe. We've still got 2 more weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, in only a few short weeks, we will bid farewell to our beloved little 12:30 show and prepare for the next stage of our collective journey. Certain elements that we have come to know and love must adapt or be left behind. For example, 11:30 is no place for a compulsively self-pleasuring animal. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to say goodbye to the masturbating bear. That's right. Please don't be sad, because while we're saying goodbye to the masturbating bear, that's where he is, we're also saying hello to the more acceptable bear frantically trying to find his cell phone in his fanny pack. Yes, late night will strive for greatness in its final weeks. And that push starts tonight as I welcome my guest, Academy Award nominee for her work in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Taraji P. Henson. Comedian Nate Bargatze. And the chronically late host of NBC Nightly News, Brian Williams. And so, in conclusion, I promise with hard work and determination, we can pull together and continue to occasionally entertain, but mostly just irritate the American viewer. Thank you, and God bless America.
And that's it. A masterful speech, one people will be talking about for days, maybe even weeks to come. Conan O'Brien has certainly set a strong tone for the final weeks of Late Night and for the rest of tonight's show, which will be back in a moment.